Today we are going to talk about a very interesting poem. Its name is When Great Trees Fall. It is written by Maya Angelou and it's quite an interesting poem. We are going to understand what the poet is going to tell us about the trees and how the poet is going to connect it with a higher level idea through the words and through the stanzas. So let's begin. Let us not waste a lot of time. In the very first line, the poet is saying that when great trees fall, rocks on distant hills shudder. I'm sure you must have seen some of the trees falling on the ground, and when it falls, I'm sure you must have seen that the dust will rise in the air, and whatever stones and whatever pebbles are on the ground, they will also start shaking. In the same manner, over here, the poet is telling us in the very first line that when great trees fall, when they collapse on the ground, even on the distant hills, even in the far away areas, the impact is seen, the impact is felt, and the rocks are going to shake, they are going to vibrate. So shudder over here means they are going to be shake, they are going to be shaken up. The second line says, lions hunker down in tall grasses. So, not only the objects, but lions, the living beings, are also going to get scared. And lions, which is also called the king of the jungle, even that animal is also going to hide and slouch under the tall grasses and will try to be invisible for a momentary time, because the lion also will start feeling that maybe something is there which is going to harm us, which is going to hurt us. And even elephants lumber after safety. So huge animals like elephants and great animals like lions, they are going to get scared, and elephants will run away and they will start searching for a shelter so that they can protect themselves, so that they can go to safety area. So when a great tree falls, you can see over here in very first few lines, the poet is saying that everything, whatever is around them, it starts getting scared, and out of fear they start hiding in whatever area they can find, and they are going under the safety. In the next line, she says, when great trees fall in forests, small things recoil into silence. So, not only animals and stones and rocks, but even the insects, even the small animals or the insects or birds, they are also going to recoil in silence. They will not utter a single word, and they are going to go silent completely, and they will just observe their surrounding, and they will feel that something dangerous has happened, something terrible has happened, and that's why they are not able to speak anything. They become speechless, their senses eroded beyond fear, and their entire bodies are going to get numb. They will not be able to feel anything, they will not have any senses, and suddenly the fear will grab them beyond their imagination, and they are going to just stay quiet. They will recoil, means they will shrink their bodies, and they are going to go into their safety areas. In the next line, it says, when great trees die, when great souls die, the air around us becomes light, rare, sterile. I'm sure you can see the sudden shift over here. In the earlier stanzas, in earlier lines, the poet was only talking about the forest and the animals and the great trees that are falling. Now, over here, the shift is suddenly coming in the poem, and it suddenly goes to the next level of our understanding. It pushes the readers to understand a little more, and the trees were just a metaphor for great souls. When a great tree falls, it affects the entire forest. In the similar manner, when a great personality dies in the society, the entire surrounding becomes quiet, and the society will start feeling that what will they do in the absence of such kind of people, because they were great, they had great personality, they had lot of influential power, and they were taking all the big decisions in the life. which were affecting the members of the society. Now when they are not there, who will take charge of the society? Who will take charge of the members? And suddenly everybody becomes sterile. They will become numb. They will not feel anything. They will not be able to express their emotions or their sentiments. And it says we breathe briefly, and what we can do at that point of time is we can just breathe. That is the only thing in our capacity. We cannot think, we cannot act, we cannot express our ideas, and we can only breathe and we can just wait. Our eyes briefly see with a hurtful clarity. And the poet is saying that what happens is, in the absence of such great people, we are just able to observe everything with a renewed clarity. We suddenly realize that the life is not going to be the same anymore. In the absence of those people, we have to take charge, we have to become responsible, we have to act with a lot of maturity, and everything becomes clearer than before. When a great personality is there in our life, in our family, or in our society, at that time we can be a little careless, isn't it? We can feel that somebody is taking care of everybody, so we don't have to worry about anything. But when that person dies, then suddenly we start feeling that now we have to become mature, we have to become the man of the house, and the entire responsibility falls on our shoulder. Our memory suddenly sharpened, examines gnaws on kind words unsaid. And suddenly we start feeling that we were not able to express our emotions to that great personality. We respected them, we had a lot of reverence for them, and we appreciated whatever they did in our life. But now, when they are not there, when they are died, when they have gone, suddenly we start feeling that we were not able to express our emotions. There were a lot of things that were unsaid, and now we want to express, but there is nobody to listen to us. And then it says, promised walks never taken. And we promised our elders, our great personalities, a lot of things, but then we failed in doing those things. We told them that we will go on a walk with you. We told them that we will watch a movie together. We told them that we'll go to a restaurant, we will eat together. We promised them about sharing certain incidents of our lives. We told them that I'll share my secrets with you, but everything comes to a standstill. And now they are no more there with us. They cannot listen to us, they cannot feel whatever we are trying to express. And suddenly the connection between us, it goes snapped. And suddenly we feel that now what will happen? So the only support that we had in our life, that is taken away by the universe. Great souls die and our reality, bound to them, takes leave of us. And with great souls, what goes away is the reality that was chained with them. We had unseen connection with that, with those people, but now that connection has gone away. It also takes leave. And when great souls are dead, when they are gone beyond the universe, now we also cannot do anything. We do not have any connection with them. Our souls dependent upon their nurture now shrink wizened. And we were completely dependent upon those people. They were giving us a lot of support. They were helping us. They were guiding us. They were like friend, philosopher, and guide to us. But now what has happened? In their absence, our entire personality, our entire existence is shrunk and wizened, and it becomes almost negligible. Our minds, formed and informed by the radiance, fall away. And whatever we were doing, whatever we were capable of doing, it was all because of their personality, because of their presence, because of their strong ideas and support to us, but now they are not there. We are not so much maddened as reduced to the unutterable ignorance of dark, cold waves. And then our existence becomes limited, and it all becomes unutterable ignorance of dark. We do not know what lies beyond, where those souls have gone. They have gone beyond our reach, and it is all dark. It is beyond our reach, and like something vanishes in the cave which is dark and cold, in the same manner, the souls of these personalities have also gone into the area, into the abyss, which is dark, which is cold, which is insensitive, and our sentiments or emotions or our words or our ideas or our thoughts, nothing can reach to them. We cannot have any connection with them whatsoever. And when great souls die, after a period, peace blooms. Now, there is some hint of positivity over here. The poet is not talking only about negative ideas and emotions, but the poet also tells us in some of the lines that when great souls depart from our lives, slowly and gradually we start feeling responsible for our actions, we become mature, and then we establish peace with ourselves. It might be a little irregular, it might come slowly, it can be quite gradual, but ultimately the peace comes. We accept their absence, we remember them, but we do not cry over their absence. We remember their good deeds, but then we do not lament that, but instead we also make ourselves capable to do the same type of actions. We also try to show our potential, and we also try to become greater. Space is filled with a kind of soothing electric vibration, and some kind of surreal presence is felt. Some electric vibrations are felt, and the gaps that they left in our lives, it gets refilled. We start realizing that without their presence also the life is going to continue. We have to live, we have to take decisions, and we have to support the other family members or the society members. And that is how the absence is there, but we don't feel it. Our senses restored, never to be the same, whispered to us. And suddenly we start realizing that everything is restored. Our senses are also back. They may not be the same again. We are going to change as people. We are going to change our personalities. But still, we will be there. And two times a particular line is repeated by the poet over here. They existed, they existed. Maya Angelou, the writer of this poem, is repeating these two lines, and she is trying to tell us that the great souls, they existed earlier, they did exist, but now the entire responsibility is on our shoulders. And then she says we can be. So when they are not there, the life doesn't end, the life goes on, and we have to take the baton. We have to lead the society, and we have to be the leader. And then she says be and be better. We have to be there, we have to become better than them, and we have to provide strength to those who are weak. We have to help to those who are helpless. We have to support those who are not capable enough, and we have to take charge of those people who are seeking our support. And we can do everything. We can do all these things because they existed. Our ancestors, our forefathers who were very strong, they have given us power. We have their genes in our blood, their DNA is still present, and we also can become as great as they were. and we can also prove to be of lot of help to the members of the society. So this is where the poem ends. Maya Angelou has written a wonderful poem giving a metaphor of a tree, and it is compared with the great souls. And she says that when great trees fall, the entire environment gets affected. In the similar manner, when a great person dies, because of that person's absence, our lives are also affected. The people who are living, they also feel the pain, but still life goes on, and they also have then the opportunity to prove their potential and support the other people. And this is how the greatness can be carried forward. So when great trees fall, the other greater trees are going to rise, and they are going to rule the world. And this is what we have to learn from this poem. I'm sure students, you have understood everything about this poem, and it is going to help you a lot. Thank you very much. Keep learning, keep growing.